Hello, I'm Corinne Archibald, CCSI number 30837, and we here at Cisco Kits want to welcome you to the CCNA study topic where we'll be covering connecting a PC to a router or a switch. In preparation of your CCNA exam, we want to make sure that we hit all of the different areas that you could possibly be faced with on the CCNA exam. So to assist you, we'll begin discussing something that you will definitely need to be able to do in your CCNA labs, which is connecting your PC to a Cisco device like a router or a switch. So since this is probably one of the first tasks on your way to becoming a CCNA, let me congratulate you on taking the first step to advance your networking career with a Cisco certification. Let's begin. You're going to use a supplied rollover cable and the DB9 adapter to connect a PC to the console port of the Cisco device. The DB9 adapter may or may not be removable. If yours comes in two pieces, then you'll need to take the DB9 adapter, which is a 9-pin to RJ45 adapter, and connect it to the console cable. The PC or terminal must support VT100 terminal emulation. The terminal emulation software is going to be something like Microsoft Windows Hyperterminal or Symantec ProCom Plus, or maybe even TerraTerm. These applications make it possible for communication to occur between the switch and your PC. You're going to follow these steps to connect the PC and the Cisco unit. Once the console cable and 9-pin to RJ45 adapter have been connected, if they need to be, you're going to connect the 9-pin adapter to the COM1 port of your PC. If your PC only has USB ports and does not have a 9-pin serial port, you're going to need to purchase a USB to 9-pin serial converter. Next, with the supplied rollover cable, you're going to insert the RJ45 connector into the console port of your device. The console port is normally highlighted in blue, so you'll see the word console written right above it with the same color that's on your cable will be the color that word is highlighted in, so make it very easy. Then you need to launch your Hyperterminal program and name the session. Here's what that screen will look like when you launch Hyperterminal. So I'm just going to name this one Cisco Kits Example, and you can pick any icon that you'd like to represent it. And once you do that, your settings come up. The first thing that it's asking us here is where we're connecting the console cable to as far as our COM ports go. And so I've connected mine to COM1, which is the only COM port I have, but it could be COM1 or COM2. So select the correct COM port. Once you've done that, you'll have to further configure this terminal connection. The correct settings are 9600 bits per second, 8 data bits, no parity, 1 stop bit, and no flow control. Be very careful about that. I've seen people have trouble with their Hyperterminal sessions, and it's simply because they have Exonics off or hardware or something like that. It's got to be none. Once you're done with that, you click OK, and you're ready to turn on your Cisco device. At that point, you'll see the Cisco device booting up. Here we're seeing the iOS decompress. It's literally coming up into the running memory, which we often call DRAM or volatile RAM. And once that's done, you can see that it's ready for you to hit enter. Once you see that press return to get started, a few more console messages may pop up, but you can go ahead and hit enter, and you'll get your prompt. Now in this case, I've already named my router previously to R1. If I'd not, it would just be called router, because that is the default name for all routers fresh out of the box. It's just the word router and then the user mode prompt there. So anyway, if we hit the question mark here, we'll see all of the different commands that are available, and it's perfectly fine for you to do that. You're in a very safe area when you're here. Hit the space bar to scroll through the entire set of commands, and if you just want to view line by line, you could have hit enter. To progress into privilege mode, we type in enable, or the shortened version of that is EN. Lots of things we do here at privilege mode. Some of the most notable would be show commands, ping, telnet, all of our copy run starts, or copy to a TFTP server. Anything of that nature is done here in privileged mode. So a lot of important things. To take it up a step higher, we can type in config T, or configure terminal is what it stands for. And this takes us into global config mode. From here, we could do some serious damage. Or we can configure the router. Anyway, if you hit a question mark, you'll see all of the commands available to you. And again, you can see I'm hitting the space bar, which scrolls through very quickly, screen by screen, rather than line by line. Once you're done browsing, you can go ahead and hit a Control-Z. Let me get to the end of the line just so you can see how long it is. But you can hit a Control-Z here, and that will always take you back to privilege mode, no matter what higher level you're in. Control-Z takes you back to privilege mode. And finally, we can do disable, and the effect of that is to bring us back to user mode. If you actually want to log out, you hit exit, and there you are, all the way at the beginning. And so when you hit enter there, it takes you back into user mode unless the device has been set up for authentication, in which case you would have just been prompted to authenticate. So that is how we connect a PC to a router or switch. We hope you got a lot out of this study topic. We appreciate you joining us here at Cisco Kids.